It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wild card game. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
And 11 at the 36-yard line.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The first down carry here for Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. lost 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoff and getting points on the board right away.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
A 3-yard.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson again. This is Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
The ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Zach Cunningham.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
By number 22.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On the ground, this is Johnson. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Gun on 3rd, Watson. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
To number 85.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And the Texans' 1st down.
On 1st down, Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Tackled by Michael Davis.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Fourth down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 59 yards. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Texans 9, Jets 7.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Watson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Down at the 39.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Watson. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And they're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give it.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Mayfield on play action. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Third down.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This a 33-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Zach Cunningham on the tackle. It's a gain of 3.
Mayfield now.
3rd and 4.
He's got this one complete to Perriman. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. And to give this time to the tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
87's getting the ball. 87's getting the ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Number 33.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to goes running back. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Fourth down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive back. Their own 4-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Complete.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
He's tackled at the 40.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Again, it's Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First down.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Carrier. He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Jets' 41-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
The Texans on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. He's letting this one go for full. And this is caught inside the 5. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. And he'll give it here to his running back. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff looking right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down at the 28.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guy.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Tonight's
They said beginning of the season they